nobody knows you. If you know the song, great. If you don't know the song, you might want to study up. I'm just going to run through the chord positions that I'm using and then show you what I'm doing. It's a finger style, as you can see, and a lot of the riffs are based off the chords. So that's the good news. The bad news is there's a lot going on with the old right hand. So the chords are C. Write these down. I don't have a tab across my screen here, so you just have to write them down if you don't remember them. C, E7, A7, then D minor, A7, D minor, to F, and then I'm using, it's a D7th chord. Now you can play it with a regular D7th. I'm using this, let's call it D7th over F sharp. I'll zoom in so you can see it. The easiest way to, if you don't know that chord, the easiest way to learn it is play an A minor chord and then take this middle finger and move it all the way over to the low E on the 2nd fret. Call it D7th or D9 over F sharp. Okay, so it goes to F, D7th, C, walk down to A. Now I'm using two different A's. I'll use this A7th. I'm going to use a bunch of A's in this song. Initially I'm using this A7, just 2 fingers on the 2nd and fret of the 2nd and 4th string. Now I'm using, barring the first 4, and putting a finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. The other one I'll do is reach all the way up to the 5th fret. So I have that bar plus that. Now I have my capo on the 2nd if you didn't notice, so if you're wondering why yours doesn't sound like mine, that's probably a good reason. So after the A, then it goes D7th. Now I'm playing a D7th by using a C7th up 2 frets. And then the G, I do a little walk up, which we'll talk about later. Okay, so one more time, I'm just going to yell out the chords if you're writing these guys down. D, 4, C for 2 beats, E for 2 beats, A7th for 4 beats, D minor for 2 beats, A7th for 2 beats, D minor for 4 beats, F for 2 beats, D7th for 2 beats, C, walk down to A, and then D for 2 beats, for 4 beats, sorry, and then G for 4 beats. Okay, so let's get going with what I'm actually doing. So here's lick number 1 on C. So let's look at the right hand. So we're just holding a C chord up here. The right hand, got my thumb doing this. 5th string to 4th string, and I'm going. So thumb by itself, 1st by itself, pinch on the D string with the 1st string, and then 2nd string by itself. It's also got a little bit of a swing to it. Okay, and then I switch to an E7th. The E7th chord is an E chord, regular E, and I'm adding my pinky to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. I'm having some fret issues with this guitar. I just like the way it sounds. Okay, so there's your E7th. So I just went, when I play the E7th, I'm going. So look down here at the right hand, my thumb is now going 6 to 4. And I'm pinching the 2nd string and 1st string by itself, and then the thumb on the 4th string. Okay, now to the A7th, the simple A7th. So what's what's that? Well, again, look at the right hand. I'm just holding this chord and I'm going, that's my thumb. Pinch first string, then pinch second string with the D string, and then first string again. Okay, so now the D minor, A7. So the D minor, I'm just going, again, I'm holding the D minor chord. Pinch everything together, D string in the first two, then first two by themselves, and then the G string. And then I go to the A7th chord. And I do the same thing, but what's changed is the thumb. See that? So the D minor is this, A7th. Back to the D minor over here. I'm going to go. So the thumb continues playing the D string and the A string, a G string, pardon me. Steady 4/4, and then here. So what's that? Well, if you look over here, try to get both these hands for you. So I'm getting the first and the second, and I lift up this to open up that first string, and then back to the second string. Oops, sorry. With the thumb. Okay. So we've covered half of it, almost. It goes E7, A7, D minor, A7, back to D minor. Now we go to the F. Now the F you can play as just a simple 4-string F. You can even just play these three without the high E string, and your thumb will play the A string. Get my thumb over here. So I'll do it with the simple way first. So I've got my thumb doing 5 and 4. So then I hit the second string, thumb second, then fourth and second string, but now I've moved the second string up to the 3rd fret with my pinky. And then pointer on the G string. Or with the low F, it's you can bar it too if you can do that, which I can't today. And then this is the D7th over F sharp that we talked about earlier. So my thumb is 6 and 4. So I play the second and third strings in the original chord position. And then I'm putting my pinky down on the 3rd fret of the B string. So from the F it's okay, it's a tough one. Now on the C, I'm going to walk down like this. So I'm hitting the 5th string and the first 2 all together, and I walk down. Okay? And then you just strum the A7th like that. So So I hit that last open A, then I play the D string, and then the rest of that A7th chord. Or with the high A like that. Okay. And then the D7th chord played like a C7. So you move up to 3rd fret. So what am I doing? Let's, again, hold that chord. All the action is over here on the right hand. Thumb, index, pinch, thumb, and 1st string. And then finally we're going to walk up from the G. So what's that? Well, again, it's kind of like Blackbird or Alice's Restaurant. What you're doing is you're playing this low, the 6th string on the 3rd fret, it's a G note. You play that and you pinch the 2nd string with it. I'm using my middle finger and my thumb. You can do it all with your just 2 fingers if you want. And then you hit the open G. Then you hit 1st fret of the 2nd string along with the open A string. Okay. And then the B string goes up to the 2nd fret, and the A string goes up to the 1st fret. And then that all goes up one more. So it's... And then you're back to C. Okay? The only other thing I do is at the very end, I'll play this little, you can call it a turnaround, you can call it a coda, whatever you want to call it. So I get to the end, I play the C chord. So what am I doing? I'm on the 5th fret of the 2nd and 4th strings. And you can just hit those and then walk down 1 foot at a time. 5th, 4th, 3rd, back to C. You can also play the G string in between them. C. Okay, I'll play it one more time for you and yell out the chords. You can also start just doing this by doing a steady, what I would call a Travis pick, through all the chords. That's a good way to start if you can't get all the stuff that I'm doing here. So it goes C, E7, A7, D minor, A7, D minor, F, D7, C, walk to A, D7, G. Okay, have fun.